about the mess out, in the back, but I only have one car and I'm driving to San Diego. But how are you guys? I am driving and I wanted to make this video because I have the time and because I've been prolonging it for so long. I'm gonna pay attention and talk about these things because it's just one topic. I have a lot of topics that I want to talk about, but this is I feel like the most important one right now at this state of the planet and the era and where we're at and all the healing and all this shit that humans need to do in order to survive. Because I was looking at some scientists were planting themselves at this bank in downtown LA to warn us that we basically have 3 years to repair or to do something about climate change, pretty much. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about Monsanto, pesticides, what we're doing with the agricultural system, and just give you a little bit of information, what I've come to conclusion, what I've learned, what I've read, a lot of, I answer my own questions sometimes. I ask a lot of why questions because that's the way I am, that's the way I'm wired. And just to talk about the history of everything and connecting the dots, and because this are stuff that really truly we need to be talking about it, because if we're not creating awareness about this shit, then who the fuck is it gonna be, And I'm sorry if I'm cussing, but that's the way I am. And hopefully they don't censor this. I don't care, but somebody has to talk about it. But yeah, just to start with the story of Monsanto, I was reading years ago, all of these facts, you guys can Google them. Googleenlo. There's this ex-co-worker that used to say that shit all the time. For any questions, Googlealo. Monsanto was created in around 1901, I think I read. And their purpose was to create war weapons and chemicals that destroy and kill humans. And the whole history, if you really read about it, that's their background, that's their history, that's who they are. They created Agent Orange, which was sprayed in the Vietnam War in the jungle to kill the fauna and the flora and humans. And there's still humans till this day, 2022, that are still being born with leukemia, cancers, deformities, autism, you name it, everything you can think of, every disease that you can think of, these people have it. They created DDT, which it used to be sprayed for houses for pests, for mosquitoes and things like that. They created, they're the ones who started or beginnings, there's other companies also, but the GMOs, the GMO corn, you name them, GMO seeds, claiming that it will save us from world hunger. But in reality, if you really dig deep, since the 1980s, 70s, that they changed their whole, outlook and deliver a message to the public they started doing GMO seeds. They got bought like in 2018, or I don't know, a few years ago, 2019 I think, before the pandemic or during the pandemic. Who bought them? Bayer. And I'm sorry, like, if they censor me, I don't care, but I'm speaking the truth here. They got bought, Monsanto, and yeah, now they're a Bayer company. That Bayer, everybody knows, is a pharmaceutical company. So there's some things that are very fishy there, the most, what's it called? The most, I guess, sold product that they make, and they're still making it, and some countries are already banning it because some people are, smart enough to understand and connect the dots and know that this is poison, is glyphosate or Roundup, which most people claim that it's a herbicide and kills weeds and unwanted weeds from whatever crops you buy from these companies. If you buy a GMO seed of corn or soy or whatever monocrop that you want to plant, they'll give you the seed, which is Roundup resistant, and so when you spray the Roundup, everything gets killed, all the weeds around it, except for that crop, for that plant. So that's what, and a lot of people, and now, like, like, you guys can look all this shit up. I'm not making shit up. But if you really think about it, and if you really, like, read, and if you really, like, are about science, what the fuck are we doing? We are depleting, guys. We are depleting the soils. We're desertificating the soils of this world. And we continue to do it, and people continue to still stand with, like, the thinking that GMO crops or monocrops are going to save us from world hunger, or are going to feed us and are going to be good for us. If you really look deep into everything, these scientists, these people that advocate for these companies, these GMO products, and all this fucking craziness shit that is going around in the world, they claim that nothing happens to humans, everything's good. But look at every fucking disease that it's caused by the way that we're eating. Look at how autism rates skyrocketed since the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and ask why. It's not a coincidence. No, it's not our habitat. No, it's not our stresses. Yes, it could be our stresses, but look at where our stresses come from. Food, environment, social industrialization. Look at how the industrial side of things in every business has changed. At the beginning of the century, a family was able to feed their whole family just with one person working for the whole family. Now it's like impossible, or not even impossible, but it's hard for two people to make a quality living, and without getting sick, without getting some type of, like, external factor fucking up their life, beginning with what they're eating, with what they're consuming, with what they're told from the doctors. You know, it's like a lot of things that I want to talk about, but you know, let's take it, you know, bring it back to the what we're eating. You know, like, just think about all the pesticides that we're using in all of our crops. I was reading into how these companies really displace millions of families from not only Mexico, but from India, from all over the world, selling them the industry of agriculture in a way that was a lie. Because yeah, we started our agriculture journey as humans how many years ago? I'm really not that sure, but I know the Industrial Revolution began. Oh no, I remember. It's like 11,000 years ago. Yeah, it's 11,000 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Our farming beginnings, hunters and gatherers and things like that. You know, that began 11,000 years ago. But in the last 100 years, it became, you know, like a little twisted, a little weird, a little like more towards profit and towards fakeness. Like, if you really guys truly can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. And what's my solution? Like, I really don't I'm not fucking an expert here. I am just a person that questions shit, and that I like to, you know, think critically and just know about the processes and the everything that goes around and happens in the world. So basically, I feel like we just need to go back to farming organically. Stop using monocrops, because I actually took a class in college that was like environmental science or something like that. And in the book it said like a lot of ways of farming, of like interchanging plants, and basically putting a bunch of plants, a bunch of what do you call that? Native species of plants in one crop, and that reduces, you know, the chances of pests in just one crop. Because if you have thousands and thousands of hectares or kilometers, what do you call them, acres of land of just one thing, of just pine trees, of just soy, mangoes, you name it, palm trees, whatever you live in the world, and you see a monocrop and you have a pest problem, really, like, look into that. Just, there's plants that even help you with bugs and with pests, that you can plant them around your crops, and then you won't have them any mosquitoes or insects or whatever your pests is. It could be a bacteria, I don't know. I'm still fucking in school. I am still in school. I don't know shit. I don't know anything. Just Google it. And I'm just saying. But yeah, you know, like, these are stuff that nobody talks about, and I could go much deep into things. You know, corruption between governments about this. But that's just more and more that I'm gonna talk about. And I'm from Mexico, but I do live in the US, luckily. But I don't want to get killed, because people who talk about these things, people who are green or ecological or want to do something better for the world or protect the world, usually are seen as crazy, hippie, whatever the fuck, But I don't care, because the future of the world is not in my hands. It's in the hands of everybody and everybody's choices. But we can at least talk about it. And I luckily don't have any kids. Why? Because I don't want to bring a human into this and into so many billions of perspectives about life and about the world. And I see that people gravitate more towards stupidity and fakeness and emptiness than into healing, into raising your vibration, all this hippie shit, that people talk about for the betterment of the world, or for the betterment of your soul, if we can say, or the betterment of your body. Because if you internalize emotions or whatever things happen in your life, traumas and things like that, and you keep that in, that's when we also get sick. But yeah, that's just another topic. I hope you guys have a good day. This is like one of the first videos that I make talking about stupid shit, apparently, to some of you. Yeah, I really don't care what you guys think. I only care about what I think. Because that's how it's supposed to be.